Among all the heart disease today, end-stage heart disease is increasing worldwide day by day. Roughly about 50 million people are there suffering from end-stage heart disease today all over the world. Almost 50% of them live in Asia, and that also in India. End-stage heart disease, otherwise known as a chronic congestive heart failure, the outcome for these patients are very gloomy. When it reaches severe stage, the life expectancy is very low. Something like about 75% of the people with the severe congestive heart failure die in 1 year time. Very rarely we see people living beyond 5 years. This is a very important thing, because the loss of life, the loss of health, as well as the financial loss due to end-stage heart disease, or the burden of chronic heart failure on all these aspects is very huge now. In developing countries as well as in developed countries, the only heart disease which increases day by day is the end-stage heart disease. Let us see what are the reasons for increasing in the incidence of end-stage heart disease or chronic heart failure. Today, most of the heart diseases can be diagnosed early as well as treated, especially the coronary artery disease, the valve heart disease, as well as some of the congenital heart disease. After treating these diseases, or some of the patients who survive, they live for some more time, and that is why the number of patients suffering from chronic heart failure increases. In olden days, most of these chronic or acute heart problems where people were not living longer. That's why at this moment there is good treatment for other heart disease. That is why the increase in the incidence of chronic heart failure. The most important symptom of chronic heart failure or congestive heart failure is dyspnea on exertion, otherwise breathing difficulty while doing work or some exertion. Depending on the severity of the heart failure, the symptoms also increases. In last stage or the final stage of the congestive heart failure, people cannot even do their routine work, regular work, or even may not be able to lie down properly without developing breathing difficulty. Because of this problem, these patients are in and out of the hospital very frequently. In otherwise, the money loss or the financial loss huge because of in and out treatment for them in the hospital. The treatment for end-stage heart disease is a big problem. The medical treatment has got a lot of limitation. At this moment, most of the patients are dependent on medical treatment. The other thing is modification of lifestyle. Other thing is reduce the salt intake. These are all some of the medical line of management. Medical line of management has got its own shortcomings, and beyond certain stage, what to do with these patients is a big question mark in front of us. So some drastic treatment or major treatment need to be adopted. Two important mode of treatment now available are, one is a heart transplant, and the other one is the artificial heart. Heart transplant started somewhere in 1967 for first time in the world, and the discovery of artificial heart was in 1969. The availability of the donor heart, otherwise availability of natural heart, is the biggest hurdle in providing the heart transplantation for the patients who require heart transplant for chronic congestive heart failure. Roughly today, all over the world, only 2,500 to 3,000 heart transplants are done every year. Actually, the availability of the heart is steadily coming down every year, because the people who sustain brain damage or brain death is decreasing. Earlier, there was an increase in the road traffic accidents, but now the road traffic accidents are all well controlled. That's why we get less number of people with brain death category. That's why the number of donor hearts are also coming down. So what is the other option for end stage heart disease or congestive heart failure? Is the other option is they depend on the artificial heart. Artificial heart is a very major subject and is a major industry in the medical field, and is a very hot subject. Our first artificial heart was implanted somewhere in 1969, and patient lived only for a few hours. After that, there was a steady research work in this field, and they developed various type of artificial heart. But the problem of all these models were that they were very cumbersome, and they have to depend on many mechanical as well as electronic devices to sustain the life. And the biggest disadvantage was that they were not able to send the patient out from the hospital, and they were not able to lead a perfectly normal life. We were able to just sustain the life only. So there was but in 2004 onwards, a new thinking has started in the mechanism of artificial heart, what is known as the axial linear flow method, in which one component inside the artificial heart rotates in such a way that it will be able to generate or push about 5 to 10 liters of blood per minute into the circulation. In this way, it is not a total artificial heart, it is actually a partial artificial heart, what is known as a ventricular assisted devices. In chronic heart failure, both right ventricle as well as left ventricle can fail. The most important ventricle is the left ventricle. So the LVAD, otherwise left ventricular assisted devices, are the one which are used commonly, and which is now about more than about 10,000 people are living in the world, especially in the Western world, with this kind of artificial heart. It is attached to the left ventricle of the heart, and it pumps about 5 to 10 liters of blood from the left ventricle to the aorta and to the body. This helps to lead almost like a normal life. The battery life for this artificial heart is about 15 hours, and after that we can use another recharged battery. There are people even beyond the age of 90 years living with artificial heart in Western world, and even young children also fixed with artificial heart. And this artificial heart initially was started as a bridge to transplant, but nowadays it has been thought or being used as the destination therapy. In other words, artificial heart for the destination therapy or DT is the most important aspect of treatment of chronic congestive heart failure. The left ventricular assisted devices, there are several models are there, and it's about 300 grams weight, and it's made up of titanium, and it has got a moving part inside which can rotate up to 5,000 to 10,000 RPM, and it can push about 5 to 10 liters of blood, and the battery lasts for about 15 hours. After that we can use next battery, and like that patient can live almost like a normal life. There are people who lead a perfectly normal life with the artificial heart. Now, further scope, these artificial hearts are quite costly affairs, and we need a lot of infrastructure to practice this kind of medicine, and it is well possible in Western world, but it is still not yet that common in other part of the world because of a lot of infrastructural need for, as well as infrastructural need for implanting these kind of highly mechanized hearts. As on today, mostly these artificial hearts are used on patients with the severe heart failure, in other words, whose life expectancy is less than a month or so. Or in other words, in severely failed heart only we select now patient for depending on put on artificial heart. Whereas there is another subgroup of patients who have got a heart failure, at the same time they are not severe. In other words, they are called class 2 and class 3 heart failure patients. So what to do them? They are also depend on medication, but still their cardiac output or the blood flow to the body is not that sufficient to sustain their, to lead a normal life. What is the answer for these so-called moderate heart failure patients? Moderate heart failure patient today, the treatment is only medical treatment, because the fixing of or implanting a heart, artificial heart, is a major program and is a major treatment which has got its own lot of hurdles and complications as well today. And so these kind of artificial hearts are reserved for only patients with severe heart failure whose life expectancy is very short. Whereas patients with the moderate heart failure have got a long life expectancy as such, something like 3 years or 5 years or more. So for them, a total or from them totally an artificial heart is not a solution. So for that, now there is a lot of development is going on, and it's already a artificial heart, what is known as micro pumps, has been developed. These micro pumps are a size of about a small pen torch battery size, and it can pump up to about 4 to 5 liters of blood per minute into the blood circulation. These micro pumps are not yet been started being widely used clinically, but a lot of experiments already being done, and human implantation also has been done on experimental base and found to be very successful.